Just when fans thought things couldn't get any worse after a second consecutive Brighton defeat, they travelled to face Wolves. Side was then torn apart in the Midlands, a 3-0 defeat that could have been more, and the third league game in the last 4 that have conceded 3 goals, and only scoring once in the process. The German is going through arguably his toughest spell as boss, and Gary Neville has noticed something about for the first time in the aftermath of the Wolves' defeat. Erling Haaland transfer claim, Pep Guardiola's Man City decision, rivals round up Julian Ward transfer masterstroke should benefit and help copy Michael Edwards' move really poor. I mean, I've only seen the highlights. I watched the 5 or 10 minute highlights that were on the television last night, and defensively, they were shambolic, Neville said on his. Individually, collectively, easy to play against. Obviously, it's not going perfectly well for them up front either. Cody, Gakpo, Darwin, Núñez and Mohamed haven't quite sort of hit it off yet as a front three. That might take some time. But the rest of the team's in a bit of a mess and they're conceding really poor goals. To be fair, it was the first time after a game where I've seen Jürgen almost in some ways apologizing, saying I'm sorry, almost like a where do I start type of reaction after the game. Look, there's internationals still in that back 4, in fact, all of them are. They were nowhere near good enough, absolutely nowhere near good enough. Individually and collectively, there's no excuse for that, absolutely no excuse for that. There are other teams who've had injuries defensively who cope better. I don't know why they've gone to pieces the way in which they have. Only Jürgen will. People say that this happened in his 7th year at Dortmund. I'd dismiss all that sort of nonsense and stuff. But it's getting to that point with where you think to yourself that there are some really worrying signs and really worrying performances, and individual performances, sort of well below the level. With Champions League qualification looking like a real pipe dream now, it remains to be seen where can steer before the season ends. A serious reboot is in order this summer and needs to be given the money needed to freshen up the side. Jürgen can get version of Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland with simple change. FSG considers $1. $2 billion investment move as Real Madrid accepts Jude Bellingham fear.